And one of the main reasons we get so frustrated with ETOH or drunks is that we do not know if it's a head injury or something else is going on, because the patient will present themselves the same, whether they're drunk or whether they're a head injury, they present themselves the same. So we always assume the worst. We see collar longboard and we take them to the hospital. One thing a lot of times I always hear is, I'll be safe, I'm okay, as long as I stay inside my vehicle, I'll be okay. Look how vulnerable these vehicles are. And someone obviously is thinking, hey, I'll be safe, I'll be okay, you know, because I'm behind the wheel, I'm behind a car. Fires. I know we've talked a little bit, Stout touched a little bit about a fatality that happened. How many calls in Menomonie? Again, I think I gave you the answer already, but fire calls alone were 794 fires for the city of Menomonie. I want you to read the underlined part. Over 2/3 of students across the nation live off campus, right? Didn't we take our drive downtown, looked at all those campuses? One thing that I was talking to my wife about, I say, notice all the houses with the new siding or the new additions on there. Do you think the landlord said, you know what, I think I'm going to re-side this house because these college students really enjoy it? It's because there was either a house fire, a porch fire, or something happened that they had to redo an addition or something. Fire does not kill the vast majority of victims in house fires. Rarely do we pull somebody out that is burnt. They die of inhalation of toxic smoke. They hear the fire alarm, they get up. What's the first thing they're doing? Taking that deep breath, right? Because they're excited. Obviously, where does smoke go? Go straight up. And that's that first breath that they're going to take is going to knock them right back down on the ground. Do off-campus fires happen? Right? No brainer. We've already talked about it. You bet it does. You bet they do. Again, I wish I was more on top of the ball, but I could have showed you that beautiful siding they have in this place. It was a couch. Late at night, about 2 in the morning, someone's smoking on the couch, catches on fire, neighbor calls it in. We call this in the fire service near misses. These are all near misses that these people got out, these young students got out alive. That's a near miss. We always tell, every time we go to a car accident or a house fire and they're drunk and these young adults are drinking, we say, buy a lottery ticket because you're lucky. You're lucky that you made it out alive. You buy a lottery ticket, what do you think we told this guy? Hey, buy your lottery ticket. Those cupboards there, this is his bedroom, and that dresser and everything else is in front of the window. He's sleeping, there's a fire going off, fire alarms. His buddies start knocking on him, trying to get him out. They can't, they're inside, they can't get up. They come around and they start knocking on the window. By a miracle, they wake him up and they break down the glass and pull him out. About 5 seconds before we got there, they pulled him out. When we were driving down and we saw a scout party, right? How many, here's a test, how many young adults were in that house?
Over 200.
Over 200, right? In a 2-story house. And we always talk about, you know, beauty is in the eye of the beholder. Well, obviously perspective is in the eyes of the beholder too. When Matt and I talk, when we see that and we hear a story like that, we always think the worst. What if there was a fire down in the kitchen? Can you imagine? What if the next day they said 150 UW Stout students have died from asphyxiation, have died in a house fire? Do you think people would get upset? Do you think people would raise their eyebrows and say, what the hell is going on? Right? So do they happen? You bet. Is it going to happen tomorrow? Maybe not. How about this weekend? Maybe not if we're lucky, but it's going to happen, right? It's going to happen until we change. Is it tragic? Yes, you bet. I guarantee you. Is it going to happen tomorrow? Maybe, maybe not. How about next week? Who knows? It's just a matter of time. It's just like Wheel of Fortune. We're running that wheel. Let me briefly tell you about this 22-year-old male, 18-year-old female. It was Wednesday afternoon. The parents, they were all going camping and dropped their daughter off, their 18-year-old daughter off, to go to UW Stout, start of the school year. Thursday they drop her off. They go up north camping. This weekend, this incident happens. The reason I remember is because it was so hard to track down the family and try to find them and to say, guess what? The daughter you just dropped off Thursday morning, she's dead. We need you to come and identify the body. We found your number on her purse, and we finally tracked you off. They tracked him down on a Sunday afternoon. Solution. I'm not a doctor or a philosopher or tell you why are the kids drinking and why are they doing it, but I am here to tell you the facts and the absolutes. UW Stout Chancellor was quoted for saying this. What's the big one there? Through the prism of Wisconsin's history and culture of drinking. Is it an uphill battle? You bet it is. Do my brother Simpson and I wish that we never go to another fatality or death related to alcohol? You bet. I wish it was so. I wish it was true. And that's it, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for your time.